Leeds boxing promo. We're down here at Freedom Boxing Club in Doncaster with Mr. Too Smooth, Lewis Booth. How are you doing, pal?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm great, mate. A bit hot, actually. It's a hot night.
It's a lovely night.
Lovely night. Lovely summer's night. Fresh off your fight at Doncaster.
Yep.
Against Joe Hayden.
Brilliant fight.
Brilliant fight.
It was war.
It was war. It definitely lived up to the hype, mate.
Yeah, of course it did. We said it was going to be war, and war it was. So, and the fans enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I smiled all the way through it, if you didn't notice. Yeah, it was good.
What are your thoughts on that fight then, and your performance that night, and Joe's performance that night as well?
Listen, Joe wanted the best Lewis Booth. He got the best Lewis Booth. I was fit, you know. There's no like, I could have done this, I could have done that. There's one thing I could have done, box a little bit more. I went in like I was on the cobbles, you know, let's go, wild. But well done to him, mate. It was a good fight. I'm pretty sure, you know, we'll have it again at some point. Like I never go into a fight thinking, it's this fight, it's that fight. I was going to a fight thinking, this is my fight, you know. I know I wasn't in the home corner on that show, which is crazy because I'm from Doncaster, but he's a GBM lad. But in my head, that was my show. Yeah. You know, I went in the home corner. And I took a right crowd. Everybody heard him.
Yeah, no, I certainly heard him, mate. Yeah. You had great support that night.
Brilliant, mate. And I'm glad the sport come because fights like that keep the people wanting to come watch you, you know. Fighting good kids. You know, fair enough, journeymen get us where we need to be and stuff, but fighting good, people want to see good fight. Oh, is Lewis Booth going to win this? Because a lot of doubters are your main ticket buyers. Yeah. You know, is he going to win this? Is he going to do that? And then you go out, put up a good performance. Whether the result comes your way or not, as long as they see a good fight and you enjoy it yourself, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Oh, 100%, definitely. People want to see competitive fights. People don't want to know the outcome before the fight.
No, well, I've never turned a fight down. I like a fight, whether it's in the ring, out the ring, whatever. Like, I went all the way to London to box a Maldivian monster. It didn't go my way, but in my head, I had that. In my head, I'm going down there, I've got this fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I saw that. It was on the top tier show, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll never, I believe in myself. So when I go to a fight, you know, get some people, we're not ready for them yet, we're not ready for that. Just roll the dice, let's go. Yeah. That's me, roll the dice. You know, if it's a good do, it's a good do. Come up short, you come up short. That's just life, isn't it?
That's it. You've got to push yourself. You've got to challenge yourself, and you've got to believe in yourself, like you said. Then self-beliefs.
Of course.
You know.
I don't come in here. So I'll get up in the morning, 5 a.m. do a run. Come in here at 7, 8 a.m. Then come back in here at 5, 6, 7 p.m. You know, I don't do 3 times a day to, you know, become a bit of a worm. I think, oh, I'm not ready for that. Yeah. Because then I may as well jack it in, hang my coat up and my gloves up, done.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If you don't believe it, no one's going to believe it. You know.
Yeah. And I blow my own trumpet. I can do that.
But mate, that's part of the game, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, mental.
Let's take it back to the beginning then, Lewis. How long have you been boxing?
I first went to a boxing gym. My first gym, remember Jason Rushton, Pocket Rocket?
No.
Well, he were a prospect years and years ago. So I first went to a gym with him when I was roughly 8-year-old. I went 4 or 5 times. And then I went to another gym just behind Doncaster College, and that shut down. And then I tried to get into Doncaster plant when I was 8. And you couldn't get in until you were 10. Right. So on my 9th birthday, you know, I went to the plant. Yeah, I'm 10 now. So I've been boxing I've been in proper gyms since 9-year-old, but I've been in gyms when I was 8-year-old, just here, there, everywhere. You know, I've been around block. These are not laughter lines, these. these are rough lines, these.
And what made you start boxing? What made you want to get into boxing, Lewis?
I watched Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, and it wasn't in colour. I bought the old DVD off a car boot.
I remember them days, mate. I remember them days.
Big old block DVD, put it in telly, and I watched it. I thought, I like a bit of that. And since being a young kid, I've always had a little scrap here and there, you know. And I thought, what? You can actually do it legally and not get told off. So I thought, yeah, we'll have a bit of that.
Bit of me, that.
Yeah, we'll do that, not getting bothered, no problem.
And you boxed as an amateur, didn't you, Lewis?
Yeah, I had about 74 amateurs, won about 60 to 64, yeah.
Nice, not bad at all, that, mate.
Yeah, I did well.
And you say you started at Doncaster plant?
Yeah, Doncaster plant was my first proper gym, yeah. Old Ken Blood, Paul Harrison, Dave Croft, you know, they put a lot of work into me. And we actually linked up with Paul. He come down to the gym the other day. It was nice to see me old amateur coach and my coach now, and I thought, wow, it takes me back a bit.
Yeah. Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Ken Blood and Dave Croft are both dead, God bless them, but Paul's still about, and it was very nice to see him. And you know, we were reminiscing on the amateur times, going London, Wales, anywhere we can to get a fight. We were there, boxing every 3 to 4 days. So yeah, we were just at it.
Good old days.
Good old days, yeah. 3 2-minute rounds, best days in the world.
And how often do you train, Lewis?
2 to 3 times a day, Monday to Saturday. Yeah. Sunday, I try and have a day of rest, you know, but I do try and get an active walk in or something, just as long as I do something on Sunday. But 2 to 3 times a day, Monday to Saturday.
And what do you love about boxing, Lewis?
I think it's more the game than the sport, you know, it and not be it, and more the challenge. See, I like pushing my body to the limit, you know, like that. I did the Murph challenge the other day, and towards the end of it, I think, oh, I'm gonna die here, but it felt great.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, when you're in here, you know, on your 8th or 9th round sparring, you think, God, I ain't got it in me, but then you still manage to get them last couple of rounds out here, and then you go home feeling twice, 3 times a man. So it's good to feel that way, especially when you're 5'7". I feel 12
feel
7
6
after
foot
that,
yeah. And what do you dislike about boxing, or if you could change anything about the sport, what would it be?
A lot of politics, a lot of politics, and it's boxing is who you know and what you know, in it. So you can see people what's been absolute terrible come in and live off other people's reputation, get to certain places, and if they stick at it and do something nice, all the best to them. But I don't like where people get the jump start, you know. You get people like me and other people been grafting since 8, 9 year old, grafting our arse off, still haven't got anywhere near where we want to be. But yeah, it's the politics in it.
Yeah.
A load of shite.
And you know, boxing's really hard, the training regime, the making weight, the sparring. What keeps you motivated when it gets hard?
These here, don't know nothing like, Mike. That's one little girl and that's my other. Them two, I promised them the dad would be summer, and I don't break a promise to my kids, so if I don't make it, at least I can say to them, your daddy tried. But they're the 2 main things, and the main thing is myself. All I wanted is it as a kid. So I may as well keep trying, because if not, I'll waste a lot of years, won't I?
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep
Too
going.
far gone now.
Too far
gone to turn back,
I'll be
mate.
deep end with no armbands.
No, I love that, mate, because family's important. Family's everything,
yeah.
you know?
Well, in my last camp and this camp, you know, I'm up and I'm out at 5 a.m. doing a run or whatever else. So then my girls are walking to school. Then when they're coming back from school, I see them for probably about half an hour before I'm heading back to the gym. And then on the night time when I get back, I see them for half an hour before they go to bed. So I'm not getting as much quality time with my kids. So the Saturday, when I train once or twice on a Saturday, I get a bit more time than Sunday, try to spend all day with them. But that's the worstest thing is, you know, you don't get to see kids and it's family sacrifice.
Yeah, the sacrifices.
Yeah.
But they'll pay off, you know?
Yeah, plus not having doner kebabs and stuff like that. That's another rough one, isn't it, you know? So when you walk by a takeaway and your sensory is just, oof, it's terrible.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
I say Ali, but everybody says Ali. But I was growing up watching Ricky Hatton, you know, short kid, mean, I just liked him to have a go. Ricky Hatton, loved him all the way, he was absolutely brilliant. Just that fight, he like a little pit bull, wasn't he, you know? You watch Pitbull go, you know, just keeps going and going and going. That I like that, yeah.
Yeah, he raced Ricky.
Yeah, he just one of the boys, wasn't he, but just doing bits.
Was there any other boxers who you looked up to sort of growing up?
Not really, no. I like Joe Calzaghe because he never got the appreciation what he should have got, you know. Even now, Joe Calzaghe is phenomenal, look what he's achieved, and he never got the appreciation. So I've always liked him and looked up to him for that, but I've never really looked up to people because my dad said don't ever look up to anyone, son. He says, look up to people, they think they're superior. See, I've always I'll idolise them. Oh yeah, you're brilliant, but I don't like looking up to people.
Ah, I get you, mate.
We're
all just bones and skin, mate.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, I'd say Atten and Calzaghe.
Not a bad two there, mate.
No.
How do you prepare mentally for the fight, Lewis?
I've just got a good team around me, mate. You know, being in here with Jimmy, you know, we have the laugh. Like me and Jimmy, we have a laugh. But when he said, "Listen, it's time to get serious," it gets serious. So I think it's finding that balance within training. You know, train and actually come home feeling good because you've had a little bit of a laugh, you've got serious, you've got where you wanted to be, and at the same time going home to a good missus and kids. You know, food always on the table, not having to rush around looking everywhere or got to run here for food, run there. Everything's all done for when I get home. So yeah, it's the team around me what prepares me for what's to come.
No, it's really important to have like you say, a good team around you and the correct people around you. Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy.
Shout out to Big Jim.
And finally, what's next for you, Lewis? When are you back out?
I'm back out on the 12th of July, Trinity Rugby Ground in Wakefield. I'm fighting Dan Booth. So that's going to be a good show. Yeah, another open air arena.
So that's Lewis Booth versus Dan Booth.
War of the Booths.
Fighting for the name, mate. Wow.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, I'm fighting on that. 2 open arenas back to back. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad. That I feel like I'm getting somewhere in life.
Yeah. No, it should be a great show. There's some good lads fighting on that.
Yeah, VIP show. So I'm buzzing they got me on. Jimmy obviously pulls the strings and he's got good friends, and thank you Dave for getting me on. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you in action, mate.
Yeah, we always put up a show, don't we?
Of course we do, mate, of course we do. Well, thanks a lot for your time, Lewis.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. And roll on July.
Roll on July. Let's go, baby.